Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to have my South region predictions for the 2019 March Madness bracket. I know it kind of looks like a 2018 bracket. It is a 2018 bracket. I'm not going to shy away from that. This was a bracket fathead bracket that I got last year. It's dry erase, so I'm going to keep using it as long as I possibly can. So ignore that. This is the 2019 seeds. This is my 2019 South region predictions. We're going to start off with Virginia Gardner-Webb. I got Gardner-Webb moving on. I'm just kidding. I don't think it's going to be another year like last year. I think that Virginia is too good last year, and that sour taste in their mouth from last year. Gardner-Webb, this is their first tournament, but I still do think that Virginia is going to be too good, too overpowering for Gardner-Webb. Now, if Gardner-Webb ends up winning, everybody's going to come back to this video and say, what do you mean they can't overpower? Well, I just really hope that Virginia is going to win that game and they don't pull off, and it doesn't happen like last year. Next matchup, 8-9, Ole Miss, Oklahoma. These 8-9s always coin flips. You can just flip a coin and whatever. This is my pick. This is kind of a coin flip game. Just going to randomly say it. Oklahoma pulls off the win. Haven't seen much of either of these teams. Just know they ended up on an 8-9 in a coin flip game. So I'm going to pick Oklahoma. Wisconsin, Oregon. I got another 12-5 upset here. I got the 12 over the 5. Oregon as a 12. It's on to the second round for them. Wisconsin, though, they're not playing at 100% right now, and that was shown in the Big Ten tournament when they got clobbered by Michigan State. They really just couldn't handle the Spartans. Oregon, they're on a tear right now, just tearing through everybody in the Pac-12 on the road to the tournament. Didn't get in at large. They got in winning the Pac-12 tournament, though they did get the 12th seed in this tournament, the 6th seed in the Pac-12 tournament. I do think that Oregon is on a big run right now, and they have it's big plans for Oregon, for me personally, in this NCAA tournament. Kansas State, UC Irvine. I got another upset pick here, 13 over 4. I'm picking UC Irvine, the Anteaters, to move on to the second round. UC Irvine, they're playing fantastic right now. 30-5 record to end the year. They tore through everybody in the Big West, won the Big West Conference Championship game by nearly 30 points, facing a Kansas State team that is banged up right now, missing Dean Wade, most likely for the tournament. Now, if Dean Wade plays, I might have to come back here and switch my picks. I will let you guys know if that at all happens. But right now, I've got UC Irvine over Kansas State with the uncertainty of Dean Wade right now. That's driving my pick right now for the UC Irvine Anteaters. Next matchup, Villanova, St. Mary's. St. Mary's is going to be a popular upset pick. The win over Gonzaga in the West Coast Conference tournament, WCC tournament if you want to go with abbreviations. But Villanova, they're just known as a team that can win games in the tournament. I put the 9 seed in there. That's why I erased that. Villanova can win games in the tournament. This team can, led by Phil Booth. I've got the Villanova Wildcats moving on. Purdue, Old Dominion. I'm going to go with Purdue here. Purdue, I think they're a team that in this tournament can win a few shocking games. And really, the Boilermakers, they have a shot to make some noise in the tournament. Cincinnati, Iowa, and Cincinnati, interesting thing, Cincinnati is playing in Columbus, Ohio. So, interesting draw from the committee. I think that they're going to win, definitely with home court advantage and the way that Iowa's played, definitely on a downward descent towards the end of the year. Tennessee, Colgate. I think Tennessee is going to win. I do not think that a big upset like that will happen again. I don't think a 15 over 2 is going to happen. Virginia, Oklahoma. I'm going to stick with Virginia here. Moving on, they're just going to be I think they're going to be too good for Oklahoma in this game. Virginia, led by Kyle Guy, Jack Salt. Virginia, they just have a deep team. I think that they can beat Oklahoma. Oregon, UC Irvine, a matchup of 2 upset teams that definitely can most certainly happen. I'm going to have Oregon moving on just because they're on more of a tear than UC Irvine is. I've got the Oregon Ducks moving on to the Sweet 16. Villanova, Purdue. Let me fix this. Villanova real quick. I'm going to have Purdue moving on. A lot of people are having Villanova move on. I'm going to stick with the chalk in that specific game. Purdue is going to move on over Villanova. I think that Carson Edwards in that backcourt is very underrated. Though their front court has led Purdue all year, I think Carson Edwards leading that backcourt is going to be what drives Purdue to some big games in this tournament. Cincinnati, Tennessee. Now, a lot of people want to pick Cincinnati with their win over Houston, showing that they can win a big game. I think that Tennessee, Admiral Schofield, I think that Tennessee is just going to be a little too much for Cincinnati in a very close game. I'm going to give the game to Tennessee. Moving on to the Sweet 16, Virginia, Oregon. Virginia, they slip up in the tournament. Proved it last year. 16-seeded UMBC beat them. They have not been a very consistent tournament team. Upsets are meant to happen in the tournament. 12-seeded Oregon moves on to the Elite Eight. In my bracket, at least. I got Oregon moving on. Purdue, Tennessee. I think Purdue comes up with the upset here. They're moving to the Sweet 16. Again, that underrated backcourt. As I probably just messed up that Tennessee. I think that they have one of the more underrated backcourts in college basketball in the entire country, led by Carson Edwards. He is just such a dynamic shooter, and I think that Tennessee has proved that they can be beaten off of three-point shooting. That's why they got clobbered by Auburn in the SEC title game. That's why Kentucky beat them once. That's why Kentucky almost beat them again. Outside shooting has really hurt Tennessee this year, and that's something Purdue can do very, very well. That is driving my pick to pick Purdue to the Elite Eight. Oregon, Purdue. I think that Oregon's Cinderella story, it ends right here. Purdue makes it to the Final Four for the first time, and it almost seems like forever for the Boilermakers. I got the Boilermakers moving on to the Final Four. That three-point shooting is really going to drive the Boilermakers, and I think that in this game with Oregon, I think that they win using their backcourt in this game. I think that they win using their down low, their post guys. Sorry if I mixed that backcourt and front court up. I think that they win their post guys in this game. Oregon, I think that if the tournament goes the way I predict it to, Purdue is going to win their games with outside shooting. Oregon's going to be ready to defend that outside shooting. They're not going to be able to. They're going to be able to, but Purdue moves to the post down low, and the Purdue shocks Oregon. I don't want to say shocks Oregon, but Oregon is not going to be ready because Purdue can attack you in multiple ways. Oregon's not going to be ready to defend that. I don't think they're going to be ready to defend that. I think that Purdue moves on to the Final Four in Minneapolis. Thank you for watching my South Region predictions for the 2019 March Madness bracket. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more videos just like this. The Midwest region should be coming up in the next video very soon. These videos will all be uploaded together, so I don't know what order they're going to be uploaded in. If you haven't seen my East Region predictions, check out those. I had a shocker of a Final Four pick. I know a lot of people are picking Duke. Gonna give it away right now. I did not pick the Duke Blue Devils to make it. I won't tell you who I picked. You're gonna have to watch a video to check out my entire East Region predictions. I did have some shockers in there, a lot of upset picks. Make sure to go check that out if you want to see all my upset picks, see if they compare my bracket to your guys'. Leave your thoughts in the comments down below about this bracket. But until next time, again, thank you for watching my Midwest Region predictions of my 2019 March Madness bracket.